We are here to do the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And already I'm getting psychic downloads as to what is going on with you guys in the month of October. Now, I'll wait for a few people to connect. Those of you who are new, very warm welcome. And I am going to pull a separate card per zodiac sign also, and we'll dive deep directly after all the channeled messages into your romance house. Now, for those of you who do comment after on the video, write down your zodiac sign, and for the most viewed, hi Google, I will do an additional video for that zodiac sign. So the most viewed, the most commented on zodiac sign, I will be checking, and I will do an additional update. I'm also going to be covering shortly the twin flame connection. So we will tune into what's going on with you guys. Now, the first message that's coming through is you are very much assessing a dynamic. You are, I'm hearing test. Whatever this test is, I don't feel you're testing the waters. I feel you're testing people, okay? You're testing people and you're seeing what their motives are. And again, you know, we do have Pluto going direct in October. It also is going to be a very busy month. But you're also going to get to a point where I feel you're testing individuals and you're seeing how they're operating and what their intentions are. I do feel you're looking at the foundation of your life and you're wanting to proceed forward, but only with light baggage. And it's not baggage, it's light baggage. Hey, Jan, how are you? So you're wanting to lighten the load, but I do feel you're deeply in an assessment state when it does come to your life moving forward. It's like a fly on the wall. You're watching people's motives, their actions, the way they're reacting to situations, and you're taking account. I'm seeing like a notebook and you're jotting things down. This could be physically jotting things down. Hi, love. I'm also seeing that some of you are overdue for a break, but you're on mission mode. You're getting things done. But you're definitely looking at people and ready to make major life decisions. Some of you are in the planning stage and you're looking at various things. You're finalising tasks, bills. Again, I feel you're wanting to lighten your load. Really looking at your abundance, really looking at what's worthwhile. You've got, now I'll show you the new decks that I've got. One is very similar to, looks like a crystal ball, right? There's cross on the back. And I'm using these as channeled messages, okay? Now, your first card, crowning, water signs. Some of you are looking at a situation like it's very foreign. You're like, why did I feel that was abundant? Why did I ever see that as abundant? Again, I'm feeling as though you're deeply assessing what you're putting your energy into. If you're not passionate about it, I feel you were once passionate about this scenario. But now you're looking at things and you're like, okay, where is the value in it? Let me see the evidence. And it can be moving into mid-month. I feel with there's a lot of Scorpion energy coming through in the month of October. Now, with that energy, what you'll find is it's got to be deep. It's got to mean something or you won't interconnect to it. There's a lot of cloudy energy around, but you're having to dig very deep to work through situations. Also connected to somebody from the past, you might be, and it doesn't have to be someone. This is the general energy coming through. It can be an ex. It can also be old things that you used to do, and especially with Uranus retrograde. As I mentioned in the last video, it takes 7 years through a transit. Now, it's sort of used this year as training wheels for us to adjust. It was in Pisces, it's now in Aries. So the adjustment of that is like we're in the training wheels of that paradigm. And again, it is asking us in a spiritual way, in a really looking at things and what their value is to us versus what it once used to be. And it's going to challenge us to really move beyond that point. And that transformative state is going to be for the next 6 years, being that it's going to be in Taurus. In your financial sector, there is a lot changing. So if you're finalizing bills, you've got a lot of luck coming in. And I'm seeing there's almost like 3 lights like the Trinity. So there's a lot of energy coming down, divinely guiding you. And at the heart, you do have divine guidance. So it's all of a sudden wish to change your career. But again, you're weighing up the pros and cons. It's serving a purpose. But whatever changes you're doing, which is definitely the Saturn-Pluto energy, trust your intuition of what you feel you're needing to do. I feel you need to be out in Mother Nature to actually get some clarity with the situation. And again, some of you, if you're being kept up at night, I do see you actually hunting out information for this transformation to come about. Sourcing out information, very much assessing it, documenting. A lot of paperwork again, I do see. But I'm definitely seeing that whatever you're working on, it's for the bigger picture of your future. Some of you are a bit worried where you're thinking, have I invested correctly? Am I going to still be on this path? You know, what you're needing to do to transform your path. But all the work you're putting in has really changed your life. And I do feel a new start. You've got the Fool card, okay? So it's going to be a leap of faith when it does come to something. And it can be suddenly, all of a sudden, you want to do something different. But you get a hunch that this is going to create change in your life. Some of you directly will be career. Others of you will be the way in which you're doing with your finances for that future. Water signs, you guys are getting a lot more cards coming out. Okay. There could be a scenario at work that really needs a very delicate touch. There could be somebody that is unwell, or you're really finessing the way in which you're doing things. And you're having compassion for other people's processes. And I'm also seeing people coming to you for advice in business, advice in work. I'm also seeing a male energy that could be undergoing a very deep transformation, and they're needing a bit of guidance. This could be somebody that is in your life or somebody physically at work. But it does feel a male frequency energy. Again, this could be a friend, it could be a colleague, but they're coming towards you in relation to something they're doing, and I feel they're asking advice. This could even be a customer, but it does feel that you're having to take a very gentle approach with this scenario. Also, if you deal with contracts in any shape or form, I do feel that people see the value in you. And you really are quite meticulous with the way you do things. And people can be headhunting you at the moment. There also could be a dynamic at work where you're trying to keep the pace, okay? I feel, again, I just feel you guys are really being a fly on the wall. You're getting things done, you're achieving things, but it's like this pause process where while you're doing your A to B, you're visually tuning into things and getting a lot of downloads and getting a lot of insight into what you do and don't want and where people are coming from. You're really tuning, you get where people are coming from. And this is a very, there could be a sticky situation going on where you've got to be very cautious the way you communicate. Intuition, okay? You're really following your intuition when it comes to people around you. There might also be a person who is being a bit deceitful. On the work front, follow your guidance, okay? Follow your intuition. Again, really check your bank records. I'm seeing if you're needing to do an audit of your bank records, and you know it might be a transaction hasn't gone through or something is not adding up, you know, pay attention to the red flags. I feel that you're going to be on your A game with this. Somebody isn't putting in as much work as they really should be. So it's more on one side than the other, but it's going to benefit you somehow because other people in authority areas are looking at you in a different way. So, you know, if you're running your own business, it's people that you work for. They may have had a contract with somebody else. They're now seeing the benefit in you because you're very meticulous with the way you do your work. There's a lot of healing going on within your tribe energy. Now, this could be with your family, your friends, your groups, your connections. There is a lot of healing going on. And again, I do feel you're trying to rise above situations, but I'm feeling you guys are going to be very busy this month. Some of you are really wanting to get away, but you're having to complete these tasks first. But I'm feeling you might have an opportunity to do that a little bit earlier than you thought. Even if it's very short, it could be for a day. I do feel you're going to have a bit of time out to be able to do that. I also feel you want to connect in with your spiritual practice and you're wanting to have a little bit more time of meditation. But there just seems to be so much has been going on. It feels like in a haze, the year has moved very quickly. And for you guys, you're very aware of what's coming. You're very aware of what's going on with people around you. And you're also very aware of their sensitivity with subject matter. So you're being very cautious about how you approach things. You also can be highly sensitive this month when it does come to, you know, how to deal with family-related dynamic. You're trying to be playful with it, but I do feel, and it could be on your side of the fence, your partner's side of the fence, if you're partnered, parents, children, it just feels you're trying to be understanding towards everybody, but very playful. But at the same time, it's like you're pulled in different directions, but you're aware of what the dynamic is. You're really unsure about how to move forward with the situation. You feel as though something's not quite adding up and you're gaining more information. You're like not quite ready to cement that deal, I feel. Whatever that dynamic is going on, something doesn't feel like it's adding up. You're really ready to take a leap of faith in other areas of your life, but it's to prepare for the other things that you're intuitively feeling don't add up somehow. Something's not meshing. So it needs to either be rejigged, but you're waiting for this information nevertheless. Some of you, this is connected to an ex. Some of you, it is, and I'm going to pull another one, is in relation to people's opinions of your connection. But again, it's something that I feel for some of you, this is more to do with an ex. It could be information coming through or family. I feel there is information that you're sensing versus hearing. So it's causing some sense of confusion. You're very cautious because you only want to do things that you feel are physically in alignment with you, and you're just feeling this is off somehow. I also do feel you're seeing a lot of other people around you going through similar things, and you're seeing many angles of this situation. You also could be getting many opinions. You're not really saying anything. You're meditating upon the scenario, but I feel you already intuitively know what the deal is going to be. So you're waiting I'm finding you to be really psychic this month. It's almost like you're allowing this person to self-sabotage, whoever it is. Yeah, you're being patient with it. You're like, you're just going to watch. You're just focusing on your work. But you also are preparing for whatever this is going to be. There's 3 ways this can go. Again, it's been going on a long time. This could have been really playing over in your mind quite a while. But you're ready to have that change. Your guides are protecting you. But you're mapping out your life moving forward. And you have 3 different ways this can go about. You're aware that it could go many other ways, but your intuition is telling you if this happens, okay, regardless, you have your plan, you're moving forward. So you have your, it's not even a backup plan. You're aware, you're watching. And you're not going to dive in any further until all the pieces of that puzzle are there, but you intuitively know how this is going to go. What you're not seeing is this motivation or lack of is physically there because you are guided to step back because a foundation isn't correct. There's something off in the foundation. You're in your awareness and you're within your parent. Again, with the red, I am saying that's family, tribe. It could be a home-related dynamic. It could be the foundation of a project. It could be the foundation of a person. And it is connected to motivation, but at the same time, I'm feeling you're ready to act, but you're not. You're not because you're intuitively sensing something. Yeah, you're not seeing the value in it, or you're not seeing the bigger picture of how it can become abundant. You could also be very cautious with your finances, but you're doing all you can to move that forward. Again, this feels connected to the past somehow. I feel you guys have done the spiritual work. I also feel you're deeply intuitive about this scenario. You're saving and reserving your energy, and it can be connected to a romantic situation. And look, I'll show you the cards. There's a few stories coming through. One is connected to an ex-person, right? The other is connected to a connection you wish to have. You're doing the work, both on a 3D level. You're wanting it to work. But there is a scenario at a foundational level that is not looking too great. And it's making, I don't feel you're nervous. I just feel you're aware. Okay? Yeah. Look, this card, I'm more feeling that you're being cautious with your finances. You're not being stupid. But it's more in a sense of when I'm seeing both of these cards and they're relating to the cash component, I don't feel it's cash. I feel it's the emotional investment. This could be to do with custody. It could be to do with inheritance. It could also be at a level of alimony, child maintenance, money that's being spent on a venture. Regardless, whatever this is, you will know what this is for you in your life. You're looking at it. I feel it's more until you have the information, you will not invest any further. So you're being cautious about the amount you're putting in. That's what I'm getting. Let's tune into your romance, and then I'll pull a card for each of the water elements. Okay, what's coming through for romance? Well, I feel we've almost covered it. Yeah, you know where the value is. You know who you want, what you want. You know. It's going to be yes or no. Some of you are just focusing on your career. Others of you are really getting to a point where you are focused on your finances for the foundation of this connection. That is the biggest thing. It's really crowning your mind is all of these scenarios, to bring them together in a puzzle sense, you're aware of what would need to happen for that foundation to be okay. I do feel at the heart of it, something needs to be released. Both of you, you know, both you and your romantic interest have purple. You're both in your 12th house, okay? Your partner is being very wise. So they're also networking, working, looking at the bigger picture of their world. You also are in a meditative state, getting these downloads, viewing and assessing these scenarios. You're pausing, but it doesn't mean that there's no action. I keep hearing you need to see it to believe it. And both your outcome is both of you are going to choose peace. So if it's not a peaceful environment, I feel that you're going to pick the most peaceful option for this to be resolved. But I do feel a judgment is going to be made. And I'm going to pull clarifiers. Yeah, because look, there's stagnation at the moment. So the stagnation is directly connected to this foundation, wanting to perfectify it, wanting to look at what the investment is in it and what to put into it also, what is needed for that physical foundation to be stable. You have deep passion for this connection, you know, or you're wanting that deep connection. And if it's not there, it's just not there. Yeah, a lot of communication coming through from your partnered energy. I feel they're being quite forthright and you're having the strength to pause, look at it, pick the pieces up. And again, with the 9, I do feel it's almost like hermit mode, especially with the serenity coming through on this card for you guys, water signs. I feel that you guys are rising above the situation, pausing. You're still doing everything you need to do on the 3-day, but you're looking at it and you're saying, look, I really need to dig very deep here because I'm feeling something's off and I might need to adjust the map of this scenario because ultimately something that whatever's not working has to go, or a shift in this direct scenario has to be there so that this physical balance can come back. Yeah, really a lot of struggles, a lot of dramas, conflict. It could be differing views, but I feel this is external. And this is massively changing. And it's the fact that release is here. And then the clarification card, 5 is all about change. It's like, especially with Pluto going direct, it's like, bang, we've got to get ourselves out of a situation that just is not for the higher good of this connection. Then you've got tranquility. I will clarify. What is the outcome? Okay, now your need for tranquility is to move away from people, places, and things that have been really pushy on your connection. This can be people that are manipulating scenarios. This can be where you just don't know what, but you know for sure. It's causing you to be very high strung. It's also causing arguments and conflict, and I'm feeling external, okay? I feel both energies in their own life and collectively are wanting to feel safe. I don't know what that's in relation to, but I just keep hearing wanting to feel safe. They feel like they're cursed at the moment with all these scenarios coming over. There could also be an external energy that is causing conflict, or it's directly, you know, your mindset. But I feel it's a dilemma. There's some sense of a dilemma. This could be connected to 3 people. Again, I keep saying 3, so it could be 3 people in general that are problematic. I'm also hearing the ship sailed. It's like letting something go. Picking up the pieces, proceeding forward, recouping, having the strength to do it. This has been playing on your mind for a while. Or I'd say October as well as September, not just October. Okay, this person you're connecting in with, I don't have anything to do with it, but there is an external person that has a little bit of jealousy here. And this can just be like the feeling of the evil eye on you. Okay, what is the advice? You'll call me on this one now. Lucky I'm not on the phone on YouTube. Bear with me and I will pull 3 more cards and I'll tune into each zodiac sign. Clean the area. Okay. How are we all? So quiet in the house. Wow. In this romantic connection, the path you're choosing to go, water signs, I'm feeling as though there is a lot of healing. I love. There's also a lot of work that you need to do on yourself, water signs, okay? But it's more a healing of, is it okay for me to have this? Do I have to keep explaining myself? Do I have to keep watching my back? Do I need to be wary? It's like, this isn't who you are. But I do feel if there's situations going on that is causing your equilibrium to be out, or it's people really trying to affect your path forward, I feel this relationship that you're choosing is going to get recognition. But you're recognizing the bigger picture of the whole situation. Now, it's really bizarre. You're also recognizing things going on in a romantic connection, I do feel, okay? I really do feel that. If you can look on the card, there is a woman. I'll try and get the correct angle. There's a woman, and it looks like a love part with the round circle. There is her head with the love part, right? It looks like the Chariot. But there is also, looks like a little snowflake. And this has been coming up with all the reads. It's like a change happening. Now, let's see what this energy is about. Okay, you know who your partnered energy is. You know who you want. You know what you want. You know who you love. It's like this romantic connection is what's on the table. You're looking at it, right? You also have to be fair to yourself to not let other people navigate what you feel is abundant and who you love. Yeah, you're being very realistic when it comes to what's good for you. You're like, I know what's best for me. Don't tell me. I need to tune into this. I'm going to be good enough to myself that I'll look at the true situation to make a assessment. Yeah, you're wanting to manifest this. You're wanting to manifest you have come to where you are through the work you have done on yourself. The people that have been bleeding off you and the people who have been preventing your spiritual growth, your connection, you're going to move forward, okay? You're moving forward. You know what you want to manifest. And I'm feeling an external energy causing conflict, trying to prevent you from seeing the truth, but you know it. You know what you want, and you have been self-made, okay? So you're aware that there is a conflict going on another person's side of the fence, and it's being projected towards you. Yeah, you know they're not genuine. You know they might be selling you lies. This is a conflicting energy. Now, this can come in many ways. It can be a work colleague. It could be children. It could be an ex. It's an external energy that is placing their energy onto you in some shape or form. This can even be a memory. But for some of you, it is an external person. Again, it can be a past tense scenario that you're meditating upon. But I feel something's changed. Whatever that is, it's changed. Something is shifting. Yeah, you know what's not a good deal. Okay, you're not investing in anything that isn't balanced. You know that this person is not stable. Whoever this is that you're trying to keep away from, could even be a friend. You're not allowing them to affect the relationship. Now, Cancer, you have the card of, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I probably could. Labradorite magic. Now, I do feel in your world, you guys are changing a lot of things. You're right. The world is your oyster. You have some very big ideas. You also have love on your mind. You have a lot of communication going on this month. This is going to be a month where what you want to manifest, you can bring into fruition. You won't need to hope anymore. You're going to be doing all you can to make these dreams an absolute potential. And you're trying to pull something out of thin air. People are trying to manipulate you, though. Even though it's you who has this magic, they can be trying to manipulate you into thinking certain things. You also could have manipulators around you. And it's affecting because you know the power of the situation, and you also know your power. It's causing you dramas. You're trying to shift out of it because you've got a big plan. You have a big plan, and you've got all this BS going on around you. But at the same time, you're trying to move to higher ground. You know the deal. You're not silly. You are playing your cards right. I feel you have a magic card up your sleeve. You're like, I know how this goes. Yeah, you're not willing to lose, okay? Now, there could be a situation that has been, you're sick of it being imbalanced. It hasn't come around the way you thought it would be. And you're like, if every time I try to help balance this situation, it's not coming through, I'm tapping out. You have done all you physically can. You're going to take your magic elsewhere. You're not going to waste your time. You're changing directions, okay? You're tired of the troubles and the delays. You're tired of this preventing you. Yeah, you're bringing it to an end. Now, Scorpio, you're taking your power back. You're like focusing on, it's not finances. You're taking your power back. You're like, I have looked at something incorrectly. I have my clarity now. I know how this goes. I know what I'm going to do. And you're going to be very direct with people. If people are coming to you very lower frequency, you're going to have a word to them. You're going to be like, right, listen. You're going to be very fair and understanding, but at the same time, you're going to be very direct. Again, I do see you ready to chop. Now, it could be with the tongue. It could be with your reaction to a situation. I also feel romantic proposals coming your way. Now, this can be from two people. I do feel by the second, you're going to have a lot of strength. Yes, you're going to have abundance, but you need to choose what you want, and you're going to have to be brave to choose this. I feel you guys already know what you want, but it may be that you're feeling a little bit nervous to make that final decision. You're so impatient. That's the Cancerian. A little bit impatient, okay? So you're going to have to be brave, but I do feel you're going to make a decision in the direction you want to go. Now, Pisces, expression. You're going to talk about what you're wanting to achieve. Some of you, it is to do with money. Some of you can get a windfall of money coming in. Some of you are going to be putting money into a situation or saving for it, and I feel it's movement. There has been a massive ending of some description. It can be that it was very deep. It can be, you know, like you're giving it this spiritual clearing out of your life. You're putting it to an end, and you're focusing on the future. It feels like a brand new horizon. Some of you could be meeting a new person, but there's definitely healing going on here. After a connection or after an ending, it is going to be a change for the better. You potentially feel, how is that even possible? Some of you are really having dreams. And I do feel that you're deeply protected. Yeah, anyone who's shady, you're just stepping away from. You. Oh, I don't have time for that. You just don't have time for it. There can be a contract that you're, again, I just feel with all the signs that if there has been an imbalance and an injustice, you're rectifying it. And I feel by the end of the month, you're really ready to cut to the chase. You're really ready to take the bull by the horns, and the emperor, it's like, you know, the bull by the horns, where you just are not, you will make a decision. This decision is going to be final. And it can be very over the top with the way you announce it, show it, declare it. Do feel free to write in the comment box and do tell me how this relates. It looks juicy. Good luck. Protect yourselves. Use your incense sticks and smudge sticks this month. Better check the time because I've got to pick children up. Yeah, you look like movement. But it's funny, you're not waiting for another individual. You're getting the clarity and you're making the decision regardless. It's coming, but your power's coming back. You're ready to take your power back. Love and light, and I'll be back shortly.